Good morning, clan. Toby here, and I want to just talk today about the importance of being all in. Not only from a business standpoint, it makes no sense to be a part of a business that you believe in, that you're working in, but you're not positioned in the right way to make money from it. Let's say, if you think of these two different scenarios, person number A, let's say person number A and person B both come from the same financial background. They don't have rich parents. They have worked a job the majority of their life. They graduated college, but they didn't get a job in the field that they graduated college from. They're both living a pretty normal, average lifestyle from their income with their family. Okay, person A decides to do Empower Network, and they said, okay, I'm going to give this a real shot. I'm going to commit to my future, and I must make it work. Right? Person B says, decides that they're going to join Empower Network and says, I'm going to give it a try. I really wish I could make income from it. I hope to be a top income earner. Just from those two sentences or scenarios, who do you think is going to, or who did you feel is going to have a better chance of getting those results? Person A, right, from the language that they used. But person A decides, okay, right now financially I can get all the way up to the mass influence formula, but I can't buy that. It's too much for me to do 5,600 right away, but I can do close to it, right? Person B says, well, looking at my circumstances, focusing on this week's paycheck, focusing on the lack of money, I'll probably just get the Kalatu Premium and the Inner Circle, so I'll go to the elite level. Okay, even though both have the same sort of financial standings, both have to risk a lot to get started, one decides that, hey, you know what, I'm going to take the risk, I'm going to commit to doing it and playing full out, I'm going to make it happen. The other, in their mind, is thinking they're doing the same thing, but they're not actually dedicated enough. They don't believe in it or believe in themselves enough in order to get there. And that's fine, but as leadership, as our team, as our community, we must speak with them, we must communicate with them, we must assist them on releasing getting stuck like that, because that's all they are. They're stuck right now. No matter what level of business we're at in life, we come to these plateaus and we get stuck, and that's why we need mentorship, that's why we need leadership, that's why it's so critical for you to invite all of your team members inside this group so they can come inside and see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people just like them. They can hear from 5 and 10 and 15 different people. They can hear stories and belief stories, and guess what? We can give them the belief in them, maybe if they don't have their own belief in themselves right now. So let's go back to the story of type A person and type B person. So type A person gets on all the calls, type B person gets on all the calls. They go through the setup process, they get set up, but type A person takes it that little step further. Type A person, rather than learning everything, rather than just going through the setup, rather than being on the Wednesday night or the Tuesday night call and all the different calls, they actually go and follow what they've learned. They start reaching out to people they know on Facebook. They start sending emails. They start mentioning it to friends and family. They implement some Facebook techniques, they implement some Instagram techniques, and lo and behold, in their first week, they get views on their YouTube channel, they get sign-ups in their business, kind of like Wendy, one of our new team members. They get sign-ups in their business the first week. Person B does nearly everything the same, but they didn't do that little bit extra, and they didn't put it into action. They didn't go on Instagram and post some pictures with a link. They didn't reach out to their friends and family. They didn't reach out to their warm market on Facebook. They didn't do any of those things, but they did almost the same as type person A, but they just didn't do that little bit extra. There's a speech that Layla and I live by Art Williams. It's a very famous one where he talks about just do it. And inside of his speech, he talks about what does the 500,000 person a year do that the 50,000 person a year doesn't do? And it's a little bit extra every single day, a little bit extra. So type A person is setting themselves up to not only be able to go all in their first month, because maybe you don't make all the profits from your business to make the money to get the mass influence formula and go all in, but you build up the belief that yes, this is something I'm committed to, that I'm going to see through, I'm going to make it happen. I've already seen that people are interested because they're liking my stuff, they're following me, they're opting in, maybe even gotten some sales. But type B person has almost the same enthusiasm, almost the same belief, but because they haven't done the little bit extra, they don't fully get to the tipping point where it's now or never, all in no matter what, and they go all in and make it happen. So right now, what person are you? Are you the person who's the 50,000 a month person, 50,000 a month, 50,000, 30,000 a year? Or are you the person who's 500 to 1 million person a year, doing that little bit extra? So I'm speaking to you right now. If you're not all in, look at yourself and see why you're not all in. Is your belief not strong enough? Have you not gotten resourceful? Have you done one of David Wood's techniques by sitting down with a piece of paper and writing tomorrow's date and saying, I, Toby Black, on November 5th, I'm all in with the Empower Network. Here's the 20 ways I came up with to come up with the money. I came up with the money. No, you put yourself in that future person of you've actually come up with the money. This is not, because the reason this is so powerful is because you're operating from a place of abundance when you say a statement like that, rather than a place of need and lack. When you say, I, Toby Black, I'm in the Empower Network and all in on today's date, this is the ways I came up with the money. Now I'm thinking from an abundance mindset. I get creative, I get resourceful, and I make it happen. Shout out to Lucas Shoemaker, Bill's son, who last month did this very technique a few days before the end of the month and was able to get all in and get positioned in the Uniline. So right now, a couple of questions for you. Are you person A or person B? Are you doing that little bit extra, or are you just learning and having all the rah-rah in the community but not putting it into action? What is it that you're stuck on getting all in? Because rarely is it ever a money issue. Yes, maybe on the surface it's a money issue because you don't have it on hand, but if you had the belief, if you had the conviction, if you had the tools to get resourceful enough to get it, you shock yourself at how well you're able to go and get that money. So are you person A, you person B? Are you person 500,000 a year? Are you person 50,000 a year? Leave your comments below, share with me your questions, your feedback on this video on the tribe, and let's help as many people get all in this month by getting resourceful, getting creating the funds and really buying into their future and believing in where they're going to go. Okay, take care guys, love you.